Hi. Hello. I will say happy Wednesday because it is a slightly better Wednesday than yesterday and Monday. However, I didn't get to knit club this afternoon because, you know, I don't like going on about health issues, but my hip was, and my arthritis and my hands, Anyway, the top and bottom of it is I took a painkiller. Well, I took 2 painkillers to be quite honest. And I was still wide awake at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I zonked out. And of course it was lunchtime when I woke up. So, no knit club. For the time I'd rallied. It would have been too late anyway. Anyway, the good news, the happy news is I finished the cardigan. Finished it. There it is. It was made from the lady called Oana. O-A-N-A, I think she's called. One of her very old video tutorials. Loosely based on it, because while I like her and I like her tutorials, she actually said, yeah, but it's the same principle, but I'm going to make a baby one when you got into the tutorial. And she's like whiffling on about, you know, you make it your size, you make it this, you make it that, which wasn't very helpful. And then she said, like, oh, you can get the written on my blog. So it goes onto her blog. Her blog's no longer there because, of course, many years ago. So you now have to go onto another site, which you have to join and pay so many dollars to join this site for free crochet patterns. And I thought, no. I will pay for a pattern quite willingly, but I don't like joining pattern sites where they then bombard you. And not only that, they then say, oh, your subscription's run out, it'll be X number of pounds this year. And it's like 3 or 4 times the price you originally signed on for. So, yeah. Sorry, Oana, not doing it. Cheers. Oh, that is hot, nice and hot. Anyway, I did manage it, but I did have to put those 4 rows there are actually different yarns, but I don't think over and all it spoils the look of it. And then I went back to the original yarn for 2 rows at the bottom and for the edging row, and I put 4 buttons on instead of the 1 that I put on the original one. I just put 1 at the top. I put 4 on this one, and they were actually buttons I bought for my daughter-in-law's jacket, you know, the fairy queen jacket that I decided to put ties on. Because when these buttons came, they weren't as purple as I thought they would be, and they were very lilac-y, so they fit perfectly on there. But I'd just bought 4, so I put them at the top. I managed to do the long sleeve, so it's all finished and I'm quite happy. Anyway, I spent a lot of last night looking for a very, very basic Tunisian. I decided I wanted to make a cardigan, but I'm very much a beginner, very much a learner. And a lot of the Tunisian patterns which I looked at that were on YouTube, etc., were V-necked, and I wanted like a Chanel style, just buttoned up, plain one. Oh. And again, a lot of the were top down. I'm not quite up to that stage yet. I'm just beginning. I just wanted something that was basic pieces, you know, that you sewed together. I could manage armhole shape and I could do that bit. But I wanted something that, you know, top down and raglans was a little bit further along than what I am at the minute. I'm very, very much a beginner. So it looks like, back to the drawing board, I'm going to have to work it out. Anyway, I'll let you know what happens next. Got my fur mittens on because my hands are up and hurting. Don't you just love Uncle Arthritis? It's great, isn't it, girls and boys? That's why I hibernate when the weather's bad. I suffer really badly. When the sun shines and it's warm and it's hot, my arthritis subsides into just a little gentle buzz in the background. When the weather's cold, it comes like, screaming at me with full force, which she was doing last night. And I refused to take mind-numbing, drugging, whatever, pills. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and go and see the GP and say I need to be referred for a new hip. They told me that when I was about 60, that I needed a new hip. But I thought, no, I'm too young for that. And I can manage with the pain. I can manage. You know me, stoic. Don't, pain. Pain is for wussies, you know. I mean, you just battle through, don't you? But now I think I'm going to have to say, I think you're right. I think I do need a new hip. Anyway, what came today was a big, big box of jewellery. Most of it is probably not me, but hey ho, I always find somebody for it. This was in the bundle, which is quite me. Wearing it with my jacket that I made with the sari silk. I knitted it from a very, very, very old pattern from Fildar. Anyway, these are all in a very big tangle, so it's going to be fun, this. Note to self, should have untangled it before you started the video. But of course, I didn't, did I? Right. Number 1, which will not go round my neck because it's too small, is this one. So that one will be going to the lady in the library who makes the twiddle muffs for people with Alzheimer's and dementia. I mean, I dare say these little beady things will be nice to twiddle with, or this big thing might be nice to twiddle with. I'll put that on the twiddle pile. Oh my goodness me. This, of course, I won't be wearing. So again, that could be a nice, unless it, no, it's not sharp actually. Nice twiddle muff thing. That could be, put that on the twiddle muff. Oh, we're going to have a lot of twiddle muffers this way. That again is one that I won't wear. But again, it could make a fantastic twiddle muff thing. It's nice enough, but it's too not enough for me. I was watching a lady and it was like, what not to wear when you get past 40, you know. All I can say is she was very boring. Everything was very classic, very, as my friend would call it, greige. In other words, greys and beiges. You shouldn't wear this when you get to that age. You shouldn't wear that. And I'm like, I'll wear what I want. Thank you very much. Very pretty. Not for me. Not for me. I think this whole box is going to be not for me, to be quite honest. That one's a possibility. It's got nice blue, shiny. That's quite a possibility. I'll put that on a me pile. Oh, this pink one's quite a possibility for me. Little pink. Oh, my friend would like this. Clank, clank, clank. She loves that. Excuse Rosie, she's gone into the garden. And she's probably seen a seagull or something that she doesn't like. My friend loves this. She loves the noise that they make. Is it ASMR? When you like the noise of something. She likes the noise of beads clanking together. That's one for me. That's a me one. Oh, we have another not me one. Very tinkly. Again, I think that would be great for the lady who does the twiddle muff. They would love that, wouldn't they? Tinkle, tinkle. This is pretty, but as I say, it's not for me really. But it's very pretty, isn't it? It's got a little tassel on the end. Yeah, very pretty. But it's a bit little. Oh. Another thing she was saying about when you get to over 40, you shouldn't wear big chunky jewellery. You should wear a little gold necklace, and I'm thinking, oh, boring, boring, go away. I shall wear what I want. Oh, that could be useful for the twiddle muff, a length of pink chain. Another one that's very useful for the twiddle muff. If you're into little jewellery, you're probably thinking, oh, why doesn't Janet keep that? Why doesn't she keep that? And Janet is like, no, Janet is not keeping that. She's got enough. Oh yes, there's lots and lots of tiny little twee things, what I call twee. They could be nice on other people, but not for me. See, these bits of chain will come in useful. She can loop bits of chain everywhere. Oh, she's going to love these. I'm glad I got them, even though they're not for me. Because they were a bargain price. And you can't sneeze at a bargain price, and you hope that there's like 2 or 3 in there that you quite like. Yeah, I would keep it if I didn't have so many already. Oh, this one's interesting for the twiddle muff. She said, trying to untangle it. That's pretty, but not for me. But very pretty. Oh, wiggling about, you can't see it. There you go. Very pretty. As is this one. That's the thing, when you buy a box full of jewellery, you know, it's just assorted jewellery, you don't know what you're going to get. That would make a great sort of handbag chain, wouldn't it, really, if I was making handbags. But, as I'm not making handbags, you see, I get rid of these things, and then one day along the line I'll start making a handbag and think, where did I put that chain? Yeah, they're all very pretty, but they're all not me. Again, another one that's lemon. And that one, it's got to be for a child, doesn't it? It's very tiny. Oh, there's certainly a big bag full. Certainly a big bag full. She's going to love this. Oh, they're all in a tangle. Ooh, in a tangle. She's going to have fun untangling these. Look at that one. As I said, very pretty. I've only found 2 for me so far. Still, for the price I paid for them, actually, 2 isn't bad. 2 is not bad. What is that? As I say, it'd be great for twiddling. Well, it wouldn't be me if I didn't get a message, would it? I swear some people know I'm making a video and think, right, we'll send her a message. We don't normally talk to her for the rest of the day, but we'll send her a message when she's on the video. Oh, I got a weird call this morning. We understand you're having problems with your social housing. With your landlord. Excuse me. Don't have one. Where do they get your names from? Where do they get your names from? As I say, lots of little chains that she's going to be able to use. Oh, for goodness sake, it's all tangled. These have got to be for children. Well, that one has, because it's got a little elephant on the end of it. And that's a little ribbon with a heart. With a little heart. Heart's very pretty. Well, I've got a great tangled, jumbled mess here. Oh, for goodness sake. I think this is beyond the pale, this mess. It's worse than yarn bar. Look at that. Worse than yarn bar. That is going to have to, yeah. Oh, look what I've got. The key to my heart. think I've got fed up of untangling. That's pretty. Be nice to sew on a bag or something, wouldn't it? I might keep some of the ones that are like that so I can sew them onto something, you know, like a bag or something like that. Yeah. Oh, that one says best. That's me, of course. I'm simply the best, aren't I? Simply the best. Better than all the rest. Sorry. Just got carried away with little selfish. That's pretty. That's a little owl. I'd like to sew that on a bag or make that into a bag charm. Oh, well, I'm getting fed up with this. I'm going to undo the rest of these when I'm off camera because they're actually getting too much for me here. There's still another load of the things. Oh dear. Oh, I've got another key. Another key to my heart. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep the keys. Not that they're going to unlock anything, but, you know, they would be handy. Well, this, I'm not even going to try. I'll untangle it when I'm off camera, because it's just in such a mess that it's just, I'm just going to spend all the time, instead of talking to you, I'm going to be spending all the time untangling that. But I'm going to go back and look at some more YouTube. I love these street things in Milan. Oh, they are so chic. Oh my goodness me. Or as my aunt used to call it, the chick. I always remember her putting a beret on. We're going back in the 50s. And she was saying, it's a Kangol beret. It's very chic, you know. All the latest range. And I'm going, I think you mean chic. Even at my very young age, I knew it was chic. And she goes, no. C-H-I-C, chick. I said, okay, Auntie, chick. Oh dear. So I'm going to go and practice my Tunisian. I just fancy doing just a plain simple stitch cardigan. Maybe in the style of Chanel, because I was watching another video with Chanel. The latest Chanel where they were coming out. It wasn't the Chanel catwalk, it was when they were coming out of the Chanel show. And the street photographers were taking pictures of all these sweet young things wearing variations of Chanel. Some of them I think must have been knockoff Chanel, but you know, they won't go there. And, you know, I'm like, ooh, they're nice, ooh, they're pretty. And I've also seen a YouTube video for houndstooth, black and white houndstooth. Not the jacket that I want, but I thought, ooh, quite like houndstooth stitch. I might do a jacket with that. Black and white. Could adapt that to Chanel, couldn't you? You know, if you put the little epaulette things on, the little fake pockets on, and that little 3-button look up the sleeve, you know, the Chanel sort of signature. I don't think I could be called knockoff as long as I don't put CC on it or something like that. It will just be homage to Chanel, won't it, when I do it like that? Yeah. It won't be like a knockoff, me pretending it is Chanel, because everybody will know it's not. Yeah. It'll just be my version. But I just fancied a nice little fitted, sort of Chanel type cardigan. I've gone off these big oversized things, you know. That's one thing that the lady did say, if you're over 40, oversized is not good, because if you are an oversized lady, oversized does not hide anything, it emphasises everything and it makes you look like, yeah, and I must admit, I do agree with that. You know, if you're big and you've got curves, just show them off. There's nothing to be ashamed of in being a big curvy girl, nothing to be ashamed of at all. Just don't hide under a tent, because it's not a pretty look, you know. Hiding under a tent makes you look big. I did actually put a bid on a lovely little edge-to-edge, like fur black jacket. Not real fur, but When I bid on eBay, I set myself a mental limit, because otherwise you can get in a bidding war, can't you? And it's like up, 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 and you finish up spending far more than you intended. So sadly, it went to my limits and above. So I thought, no, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go. There'll be others, you know. As I said, I think I said yesterday, I used to have a little imitation Persian lamb edge-to-edge black jacket, and it was great. You know, when you were going out on an evening, it went over the top of something and oh, stop it, phone. And it lifted whatever I was wearing into evening wear, yeah? Nice brooch, nice necklace, you know, and you'd sort of jazzed it up into evening wear as opposed to day wear. Because I've long since stopped buying things for best. Unless I'm going to a wedding or some function, which I very rarely get invited to. Because most of my friends have got married, and they've got married a second time, and most of them have got divorced a second time, or widowed, you know. So I don't get invited to many weddings. But when I do, you know, I do buy a special outfit, which you kind of never wear again, do you, you know. But when I'm just going out, as we say in the UK, there's going out, and there's going out. Going out means you're going somewhere special and you dress up, yeah. I've started to get either a nice jacket, like an embroidered jacket or something, and put it over my ordinary clothes, because it elevates just a simple black outfit into something special, yeah. So I've stopped buying, you know, the sequins, the glitter, the whatever. I may be a bit weird, but I'm not a sequiny person. Not really, no. I would have liked to have knitted like a jacket out of that fun furry stuff, you know, that, I think King Cole do one called Majestic, I think is furry. But it's $1.99 a ball, 50 grams, and I was thinking probably I would need about 10 for my size. Not looked it up, because I need, it tells you on the, you know, how many yards is on it, stuff like that. I didn't look many yards at all. So I thought, some of the 100-gram balls I've used have got like 3 or 4 times that amount of yards. So I probably would need about 10, which means it's £20. I'm on a budget. I told you this month I've got too many expenses this month. Plus, the fourth thing I forgot Monday, was my son's birthday. So that was the fourth thing I have to buy this month. So, lots of expense, but we get through, don't we? We get by. We pull our horns in, which is why I would not go above what I decided I wanted to pay for that little furry jacket on eBay. I'm sure there will be another one soon. You know. Because, I mean, some of the ones brand new were only a similar price to what that was pushing up to. And I'm like, second hand. If you can buy it new for the same price, I'd rather buy it new, if you know what I'm saying, yeah. And I still haven't, well, I've had the chance to go down to see what's in the charity shops. But the weather's been against me. I'm not going out in this. I told you before, I'm fair weather woman. The wind has dropped, so I may go out tonight to knit club. But I didn't fancy battering my way down the seafront to knit club this afternoon. I should have gone out because I need some coal and I need some kindling for the fire. But hopefully, and I need some logs. That's something else I've got to buy. Oh, for goodness sake. When I was looking at those programmes in Milan, I thought, oh, they must have so much money. And the cars that were going by, there were all these low-slung Italian sports car jobs, you know. All driven by very middle-aged men. When I was about 17 or 18 and I used to see a racy sports car going down the street, I used to be so disappointed when it was some bald man about 50. Because I used to think it should be some young, whatever, sports kind of guy. But of course they couldn't afford it. Although I did see one. He pulled up at the side of me in the traffic lights when I was young. Beautiful young man, beautiful young man, beautiful car. And I thought, oh, you know, if I wasn't married and I was a few years younger, I'd be winking at that one. And then he started calmly picking his nose at the traffic lights. I went right off him. I thought, you might look the part, you might have the gear, the clothes, the car, but rooting up your nose at a traffic light is not a good look. It just shows, you know, even the posh do that. You know, you're not on your own if you have a good firth up your nose. You're not on your own. But if you do it in the privacy of your own home, please. You know, do it with a tissue. Don't wait while you're at traffic lights and, you know, have a good rummage. My thing about traffic lights is when you get to a certain age, you know, you get the whisker. It comes overnight, doesn't it? And it comes to be an inch long. Yeah. I used to be driving to work and I always kept tweezers in my little glove box thing at the side of me. Because I'd stop at traffic lights and they'd go on red and I'm like, oh, and it would be there. An inch long and jet black. So I had to get the tweezers and so if anybody saw me at traffic lights, I'd be doing the pruning bit, you know. Don't ask me why, when I looked at home in my mirror I couldn't see them. But in the mirror, in my car, when the lights struck it a certain way, always at traffic lights, struck it, it would be there. And if the lights went to green, I'd be sort of memorising where it was, and then when I got to the car park at work, I'd be trying to find it again. But of course the light wasn't as good there. And then I'd be horrified thinking, I've got to work all day with this sprout sticking out. And I'd be like that trying to find it, you know. Do you have that problem? I mean, the guys don't care, they just shave it off, don't they? But we ladies of a certain age, you suddenly get the sprouty bit. My hair disappears off my head and it's growing on my chin. I had electrolysis on my lips many, many years ago. Because when I had my hysterectomy, my hysterical rectomy, yeah, I grew a better moustache than my ex-husband had. So it cost me a fortune. I had to go and have them zapped at this place in Manchester. But the problem was I was in Manchester and I used to think I'll treat myself to go to the cafe and I'll have a lovely sandwich or I'll have a look round while I'm having my zapping done. But of course, oh stop! But of course then you're walking round with a bright red upper lip and everybody's looking at you because it's absolutely bright red, looked like somebody had smacked you. So that was the side effect of having electrolysis that they don't tell you about. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to untangle the rest of these necklaces and sort out which is for me, which is not for me. And I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.